Hi everyone, I'm Jonathan, one of the trainers at Brutal Iron Gym, and today I'll be answering the question, what has been the most difficult part about living the fitness lifestyle for me? And the first thing that comes to mind when I think about what the most difficult thing is day to day would probably be my diet. I realize that the diet is probably the most difficult part for many people. However, there's a lot of different components to diet. That's a very general term that encompasses quite a bit. So I'm going to elaborate on what I mean when I say my diet has been the biggest struggle. And I realize for most people, meal preparation is one of the most difficult things with their diet. However, for me, that's actually not extremely difficult. For one reason in particular. I have an amazing wife who loves me very, very much and is willing to cook massive amounts of food to keep me fed. All bodybuilder friendly foods that I enjoy eating and I allow myself to eat. And she keeps the fridge really stocked, and there's always food, plenty of good food on hand. So I can't say meal preparation is very hard for me because honestly I don't have to do it very much. And it's tough to admit that because every true bodybuilder should know how to cook. That is a skill that is essential if you really want to make a lot of progress long term in the bodybuilding realm. So, and I keep telling myself one day I am going to learn how to cook, but it hadn't quite happened yet. I wouldn't even consider myself a novice cooker. I can make a couple things. I can make eggs, I can use my rice cooker, but that's about the end of the list right there. So, for me, meal preparation is not too much of an issue. I kind of lucked out in that regard. But if you are not as blessed as I am to have a spouse that is willing to do your meal preparation for you, then I have a couple suggestions. One, learn how to cook. And I'm telling myself that as well. We need to learn how to cook, alright? Super essential skill there. And another piece of advice would be to cook in bulk. Alright, unless you want to be doing that every single day, you need to cook large portions. You know, fire up the grill, get as much chicken on there as you can, cook it all up at once so you'll have enough for the rest of the week. And do that with, you know, as many different types of foods as you can that's appropriate for your diet. Also, buy a rice cooker. Those things are amazing and they're really affordable as well. My rice cooker is, I believe it's a 4-liter rice cooker, which cooks a massive amount of, 4 liters of rice, lasts me about a week. So that's really convenient to have that. So, you know, I'm not cooking up rice every other night. Since I do have rice with about 3 to 4 meals a day, I go through rice pretty quick, as I'm sure most bodybuilders do. And so that would be a good investment to make as well. And some of them, like the one I have for instance, you can even put vegetables on the top there and it will steam your vegetables as well. So there's a couple uses for them and just a great tool to have. So definitely add that to your kitchen arsenal if you can. So I haven't even told you what the most difficult part is for me yet, so I'm going to go ahead and hit that real quick. The most difficult part of my diet is actually consuming enough meals throughout the course of the day to get in the amount of calories that I need to consume to continue growing. And for me, that's about 6 to 7 meals per day. Alright, and in order to get all those meals in, I have to eat about every 2 to 3 hours. And that's pretty frequently, especially if you have a pretty busy lifestyle. You know, those 2 to 3 hours come up real quick sometimes. So just finding the time to get in all of those meals is really challenging at times. And if I miss just one meal, that's, you know, about 500 to 600 calories that I don't get on that particular day. And that's a significant amount. And so it's really difficult for me to make sure I'm consistently getting in all those meals and all the calories I need on a daily basis to continue making progress toward my goals from week to week. And one thing I'd like to mention real quick before I move on is I told you right now I'm consuming 7 meals a day. I'd like to point out that only 2 of those meals are liquid meals, liquid calories as I call them. Right after my workouts I'll have a protein shake, a pretty high calorie protein shake. I'll add in some dextrose, which is sugar, into there to make sure I have plenty of carbs and protein in there, and it's usually about a 400 to 450 calorie shake, and I get that right after my workout just for convenience because I don't like to eat whole foods right after working out, and I'm usually going right into a training session with one of my clients right after my workout as well, so that's just for convenience sake there. And I also have one other protein shake around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'll usually wake up, go to the restroom, and then down a protein shake just to get in some more additional calories fairly easily in the middle of the night there. And that's not a magic time to, you know, have a shake or anything. That's just simply to get more calories in me over the course of a 24-hour period, and that's something that's helped me out. So definitely not something I'm encouraging everybody to go start doing right away, but that's something I do just to get in additional calories. And but yeah, so only 2 of those meals are liquid meals, okay, and that's just for convenience sake. I really like to have the majority of my meals to be solid food meals. Many reasons why I believe that and think that that's extremely important. But I don't have time in this one video to go give all the reasons, but maybe in a future video I'll address all of those. But the majority of your meals should be solid, you know, whole food meals. I really don't like it, you know, when people are just having, you know, protein shakes and protein bars all day long for each of their meals. I don't think that's the healthiest option and the best choice. Those things are more for convenience than anything else, but it shouldn't be the go-to source for a meal. Okay? So yeah, really the most difficult part for me is just is planning when I'm going to get in each of those meals, especially those 5 whole food meals every 2 to 3 hours, and making sure that I don't miss any of those. I have a couple of friends at the gym, and I'm always joking around with them. Every time they see me, I seem to have a fork in hand, and I'm just trying to shovel in one of my meals, you know, before my next client comes in or whatnot. And so yeah, you know, a lot of people around the gym, more often than not, they see me carrying around, you know, a Tupperware or something, you know, eating my chicken and rice between sessions there. And it is what it is, you know, that's what it takes for me to get in all my meals, and you know, I just got to make it happen. There are times, you know, I'll be honest with you, there's times when I don't enjoy eating. There's times when it feels like more of a chore, but it's really crucial to my overall success and accomplishing my physique goals. So I prioritize that, just like I prioritize my training and my sleep. I mean, in the order of precedence, I'd probably put my meals at the top of the list. I feel like that's just a crucial part of the lifestyle, and also it's one of the most difficult. So one thing I'd like to mention about that, if you kind of struggle with getting in, you know, all of the meals you need to be getting as well, is there's a couple things that can make it a little bit easier. And before I go on, I would like to mention one thing I almost forgot. This doesn't apply only to people that are trying to to build muscle or to gain lean muscle mass, okay? This also applies to people trying to lose weight, all right? The only difference is really going to be your portion sizes. You know, I might have 5 whole food meals a day that are 500 to 600 calories each. If you're trying to lose weight, you know, you probably still need to have about the same number of meals, but maybe your meals are 300 calories. But you still have to make time for each of those meals. Alright, so regardless of your goal, you're still going to have to spend a lot of time, you know, preparing meals, packing meals, making time to get those meals in. Alright, so, and one of the things that make this a whole lot easier is Tupperware. Alright, I love Tupperware. I don't know what I'd do without it. Every night I'm packing Tupperware with all of my meals to bring with me to work the next day. One of the greatest things ever created. Definitely one of the most valuable tools a bodybuilder could have. So make use of it. Get yourself some Tupperware if you don't. And go ahead and pack your meals in there. And, you know, with the appropriate, you know, portion size, and just get exactly what you need in each one there, so you can make sure you're getting exactly what you need at each meal and being consistent with that. Also, another thing that's really helped out is I carry a lunchbox with me to work every day. It's not quite as cool as my X-Men lunchbox I had in middle school, but it gets the job done. And that's my 6-pack fitness bag here. Super cool meal carrier bag here. And I'll go ahead and show you a little bit about what it's got here. Right here in the middle, it's got space for 3 Tupperwares. So I can fit 3 whole food meals right here. And it actually comes with Tupperwares already in there, so you don't have to buy any additional ones there. And also on the side, on each side, it has space for 2 shaker bottles or water bottles or whatever you want to cram in there. And right in the middle here, it has more space. You put like your vitamins or just some additional food in a Ziploc bag or something. And it also has space in there where you could put ice packs in each side, so it keeps your food nice and cold if you're, you know, in the car for hours on end, or if it's in a hot environment, it'll keep everything temperature controlled there. So super cool there. I don't know what I'd do without it. You could pick up something like this from 6-Pack Fitness for about $75, I think. A great investment though. If you want to get serious with your diet and you're always on the move, this would be a really good investment. And if that's a little bit out of your price range, you could probably find something comparable to this at Walmart for half the price. But, you know, make sure you have what you need to get in all of your meals each day and be consistent with that. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to reiterate, you know, the diet is one of the hardest things for people to really get control of, you know, and just to really nail down. But if you can really get consistent with your diet by planning ahead, you know, preparing for it, putting in the time and effort and work it takes to have that consistent diet each day, then you'll really start to realize your true potential in the gym, and you'll just accomplish your goals so much faster. So definitely not easy, but you know, the things that are the most worthwhile never are. It's going to take a lot of work, you know. It's super challenging. I like to tell people the workout is the fun part, you know. Just grinding away in the gym, you know, getting under the weights and really pushing yourself, that's the fun part. You know, it's the diet, it's getting in all those meals, it's getting to bed on time so you can get plenty of sleep each night. That's what's really hard. That's where you have to really start making, you know, sacrifices to do that consistently. But that's what it's going to take if you want to see the best results and really be the best you and meet your true potential there. So I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.